Today we're reviewing VeggieTales, Where's God When I'm Scared? Where's God When I'm Scared was released on December 21st, 1993, and contains 3 different segments. The first is a story called Tales from the Crisper, written by Phil Vischer. The second is a silly song with Larry, the Water Buffalo song, also written by Phil Vischer. And the final segment is Daniel and the Lion's Den, also written by Phil Vischer. The songs on this episode include God is Bigger, the Water Buffalo song, King Darius Sweet, Oh No, We've Got Some News, Don't Cry Daniel, and You Were in His Hand. Not to mention, the show introduces the VeggieTales theme song and the What Have We Learned song. Alright, so now for the review. We'll start with the pros and then go to the cons. First, the pros. Instead of foolishly telling Junior that his fear of monsters is dumb because monsters don't exist, Bob and Larry instead tell him that he doesn't need to fear monsters because God is bigger than everything. The show also contains classic songs like God is Bigger, the Water Buffalo song, and Oh No. That would also include We've Got Some News on a list of VeggieTales' more clever songs. The opening sequence of Daniel and the Lion's Den contains some of the best score from VeggieTales' early days. Also, the opening sequence for Daniel and the Lion's Den contains a fairly realistic 3D set model for a video from this time period, 1993. Also, Archibald Asparagus is introduced in a scene reminiscent of Monty Python and the Water Buffalo song. Also, Cordy the Computer is introduced and mistakes a recipe for meatloaf for a Bible verse. For some reason, that always struck me funny. Now onto the cons. The animation in this show looks pretty cheap in several places, even for 1993 standards. Bob looks frozen for about 20 seconds as we listen to a poorly recorded child read a pretty boring letter about being scared of monsters in her closet. There's also too much standing around and talking in Junior's bedroom in the Tales from the Crisper segment, leading to this segment being one of the most boring segments in VeggieTales history. It also seems slightly creepy that Bob and Larry just drop into Junior's bedroom without his parents knowing about it. Frank-N-Celery sounds like he's congested. Larry experiments with his low, dopey voice throughout this episode. Also, the Daniel and the Lion's Den segment mixes up the stories of King Nebuchadnezzar and King Darius to save time. Also, we never even get to see the lions of the famed Lion's Den, because I'm assuming they were too expensive to model. Overall, not too bad of a show for its time, but not too great either. My rating for this show is in danger of being pickled. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.